Hey everybody, Matthew Solomon here, coach with MatthewSolomon.com. I wanted to jump on and do a video here just to try and shed some light and make heads or tails over this whole toxic masculinity debate that I wish was more of a conversation. I wish we were having discussions versus debating, but I get it because it's super confronting. And as a man, we hear masculinity and we're already like, what the fuck are you talking about? Don't question me as a man. Don't question my manhood. When that's not what's actually being discussed here, but that's where we go because that's how we've been brought up. And that's okay, because that's how we've been brought up. That just mentioning masculine brings our manhood into question. And it, like, if you watch The Godfather, Luca Brasi goes to the God Don Corleone and he says, I wish that your first child is a masculine child. And what does that even mean? It means that, how we measure ourselves, how we've been taught to measure ourselves as men. And when we're talking about masculinity are qualities that more men have, right? But women have masculine qualities, just like men have feminine qualities. Femininity is not just women. We have both. It's just men tend to possess more of the masculine qualities than the feminine. And women tend to possess more of the feminine qualities than the masculine. Which is why, actually, like the whole thing about this is that it shows us how much we like hook into labels. And this is why I don't use labels when I'm coaching people. When I use couples, I'm not interested in this is what the man would do and this is what the woman would do, and he's more in his feminine and she's more in. I don't do that because it just brings up shit and it's just a source of shame and guilt. But when we can get that there are certain behaviors that we have, that we act out, certain beliefs that we have that are toxic meaning they cause harm physically, mentally, or emotionally. Like we can all agree that bullying is bad, right? I hope we can all agree on that, right? So that's something that's like, yeah, okay, bullying is wrong. Okay, well, so is catcalling. So is walking up to a woman and grabbing her ass. So is, the whole mansplaining thing, right? So, explaining something to a woman who didn't ask for our opinion in the first place. Imposing that we know best when we don't. And not because we're men, we don't, but, I've seen women who, a woman was talking about her business online, a man who had no idea what her business was, was interjecting. So that kind of stuff is toxic because it causes upset. And the thing is, we as men haven't been allowed to feel our feelings. We have toxic behaviors that are harmful to men as well. The whole man up, toughen up, don't cry, don't be a little bitch. Then we just shove our emotions down and we don't express them. Or if we do, it comes out as anger. And then we get in a relationship where our partner's like, I just want you to open up. And then we don't know how to open up. And then when we do, it's too much. Or it's not enough. Or it's something. Or we don't even, how are you feeling? I don't even know how to answer that. And it shuts us down. It shuts down the qualities of masculinity, the honor, the integrity, the capacity to hold space and be that rock and that support that is so necessary. It shuts down that because we can't empathize. Because we haven't been taught how to feel ourselves. So in the context of this razor commercial, and it's funny because they mention toxic masculinity in a stream of things in the first 10, 15 seconds, right? And then it becomes, this is the commercial about toxic masculinity. And so the men who have, are in this conversation who get that they're not talking about all men, get that the second half of that commercial was a demonstration of how amazing we can be, the leaders we can be, the caretakers, the ones who take care of our pack, how we can be, how we can raise our sons and our daughters to be amazing, powerful, compassionate people. All of that got lost because they said toxic masculinity in the first 10 seconds of a commercial. And when we're on the defensive already, when we're already unsure, yeah, that stuff comes up and we get defensive, and that's okay. But we're not getting that they demonstrated before and after. They demonstrated, here's a problem, and here's the solution. And so the thing is, toxic masculinity is not talking about all men. It's talking about these qualities that we get to go to work on, if we want to be more connected, to receive love, to give love, to be empowered. And there's toxic femininity too. And I see, I see there are a lot of people like, oh, we need to start talking about that. Yeah, well, it's being talked about, and I see women talking about it. Emasculation, manipulation, withholding sex, talking down to men, talking to men like we're pieces of shit. Stuff that we see in sitcoms all the time, where the wife, the husband is like this oaf who's kind of a loser, and the wife wears the pants in the family, right? And walks all over the man, or makes the decision. She makes all the decisions. Yeah, that's toxic. Those are toxic feminine behaviors. So we all got them. And the truth is, we're all walking around wounded. We all just want to be heard, loved, and understood. And along the way in our life, something happened and we didn't get that love. And we didn't feel understood, and we failed in some way. And we had relationships that failed, and careers that failed, and jobs that didn't work out, and hurt parents that didn't love us or weren't there. And we're just looking to get those needs met. And so instead of being on the defensive, how about if we turn towards each other? How about if we say, you know what? I know you're upset, and I truly want the best for you. What can I provide? What do you need from me right now? Because when you're standing there, you don't fucking care about terms and hashtags, which is how I do what I do. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Matthew Solomon. I'm the coach for the modern soul. I'm an expert in relationships and communication. I wrote the book, Man School, Relating with Women in the Me Too Era. And the course, Man School, the online course. The book was a #1 new release on Amazon in 6 categories. I coach women. I provide that safe space for you to truly step into who you are and be okay and alive and excited with yourself. And with men, I help you get to whatever level you want to be at and have those successes in your life and have better relationships, not just with women, but with everybody in your life. And all I do is I coach you, I share what I've learned, I help you move in that direction, I hold space for you like a motherfucker. So if you're interested in finding out more, if you want to have a conversation, visit my website, coachwithmatthewsolomon.com. And please, do something nice for yourself and be excellent to each other. Let's not get caught up in these terms. Nobody's coming for you. All right, thanks for watching.